All right, before the break, we spoke to the SIU, the Special Investigating Unit, about its investigation into the National Lotteries Commission. Well, socially conscious news site GroundUp has reported that even recently, the Commission has paid out millions of rand in grants to organizations involved in questionable, often unfinished lottery-funded projects. Let's catch up now with journalist Raymond Joseph from GroundUp. Raymond, thank you for being with us. I presume because you have covered this issue for quite a while, you'll be very welcoming of the SIU investigation.
Very much so, and it's a relief, and I guess it's a vindication. It's been difficult and very lonely until now. I feel as if I was bashing my head against a wall. So yes, very relieved.
Just tell us more about that, because SANEF, the South African National Editors Forum, has come to your defense, saying that the National Lotteries Commission has been spreading disinformation about you. Do you believe that because you followed this as a journalist, you've been tarnished because of your work?
Well, I don't know about tarnished, but I've certainly been targeted. So the National Lotteries Commission, in fact, has issued public statements that were highly defamatory of me. But really what is happening now, as the investigation has got deeper and deeper and closer to what is going on, I find myself being trolled on social media, constantly attacked. My family's been attacked, my daughter, my wife. And yes, so it's been tough, but you know, we do what we do. We keep going forward. I think it comes with the territory, to be honest with you.
Are these anonymous trollers, or can you identify them as National Lotteries Commission members?
No, not necessarily members. Not necessarily members, but certainly some of those that I have identified have been beneficiaries of lotteries funding. And then some of them are hiding behind fake names and avatars. It's quite amateur. It's a bit of an amateur Bell Pottinger, to be honest. And I've also found myself, Francis, under attack from some of my own colleagues at some of the newspapers and some of the media.
Sure. And that's very sad.
I would say so, but it's a huge relief, because, you know, the pressure was building and building and building. And I don't know what the SIU said to you, but it had reached the stage where the evidence could no longer be ignored. You know, you spoke in the beginning about millions. I would say hundreds of millions of rands, more like it, being dished out to very questionable projects and good organizations that do really good work have struggled to get money out of the lottery.
Well, tell us more about the organizations that you believe were questionable, who received money. I mean, we've seen reports about hijacked NGOs, we spoke about this previously, who were meant to deal with pit toilets, not much work done in the end, and then also a payment to Denze Primary Care, and that was the hijacked one, but another payment that sort of landed up linked to somebody related to somebody at the National Lotteries Commission. Just tell us the worst of the claims.
So look, I think at the heart of it, what I uncovered is a series of old age homes, drug rehabs, some museums. So these are major infrastructure projects, and millions poured into them. And I physically went to visit quite a few of them, and they unfinished, they've run out of money. I found instances of small businesses who couldn't afford it. You know, and you're not talking about big jobs, bearing in mind you're talking about 10, 15, 20 and 30 million rand projects. You know, people have done 20, 30, 40,000 rands worth of work, were battling to get paid because the money that was given to the project had run out, and these places had just come to a stop. using NPOs, either buried NPOs, dormant NPO, that someone had an NPO and would be approached and asked, could we use your NPO to apply for money? There's certainly been NPOs that are non-compliant and dormant and have been dead for years, are suddenly taken over and used to apply for lottery money. So that Denzi one is a prime example, where 27.5 million rand to this day, that thing is tied up in legal disputes. It's unfinished. And there was an NPO, I mean, the woman who started the NPO in good faith in 2012 in Limpopo, the first she knew anything was up is when she started getting alerts on her phone from FNB saying 7.5 million rand had been paid into your account. And in short order, getting alerts, money was leaving the account. Sure. A second 7.5 million rand was paid into account. Exactly the same thing happened. When she went to the police to try and lay a charge, she was pushed from pillar to post. That's another common thing. Yeah. These people who try and lay complaints don't get very far.
All right, and the big question is, and the final question for you, I mean, we have to be clear, the National Lotteries Commission has denied these claims. Last time they asked for the right to reply, and we will offer that to them again if they'd like it. But how corrupt do you feel National Lotteries Commission members are? How corrupt do you feel leaders are at the Commission?
So I tell you what, that the chief operating officer of the lottery, Philemon Letwaba, has been on leave. He was put on leave. He's earning 260,000 rand a month. That was in March. He's still on leave, pending the outcome into an inquiry that the lottery ordered into itself. And I think the commissioner of the lottery and the chairman of the board, Professor Nevotando, have got to accept some responsibility, because this was happening on their watch. And it's the old story. Anyone who's been a journalist long enough will know this. When people can't attack the facts, they attack the journalist. Lawyers' letters, there's litigation, but I don't want to point a finger at specifically at the commissioner or the professor, but it happened on their watch, and someone's got to take responsibility for what's going on there. And to keep on denying that there's a problem and not giving information and defending really bad projects, you know, the evidence is there, the proof is there. So I'm just being careful about pointing fingers, but I tell you that this could not have happened without collusion without the collusion and the assistance of people within the National Lotteries Commission. It could not have happened, and it could not have continued.
All right, thank you very much, and we will follow that SIU investigation. That was GroundUp journalist Raymond Joseph. Now, coming up at 8 o'clock tonight, remember, a major breakthrough for HIV prevention, and of course prevention better than cure, and this is specifically for women involved here. Wits University and global researchers will speak to one of them from Wits, Dr. Sinead Delaney Morekwe.